guys, I'm Becky from Bookmarks Reviews, and welcome to another weekend reading vlog. Today it is Friday, March 15th. I am home from work. It's about 9 o'clock at night, and I am so ready for the weekend. So I do have some pretty ambitious goals for this weekend, so we will see how it goes. But at the same time, I think they're totally doable. So first, let's start off with what I plan on reading tonight. And the first one is City of Bones, which is book 1 in the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. I have watched the movie for this. I have started this book before, gotten about halfway through, and then never picked it up, and that was back in like 2014, I think. So I decided to go ahead and start listening to this on audio during work, and I am now up to page 433, so I only have about 50 pages left, so it should only take me maybe an hour to finish this. So tonight, that is my plan, is to finish this book up finally and decide if I want to continue on with the rest of the books. I am pretty happy that I decided to finally pick this up again because I made a bookmark a long time ago, and I've been wondering where this bookmark was. And when I finally picked this up off my shelf, I found the bookmark in it, and I'm so happy. So let me show it to you. This is my super cool corner bookmark that I made myself very long ago, like I think over 5 years ago. Before I even started this book is when I made it. It just sits right on the corner of your page. As you can see, his little mouth opens. This is how he looks on the page, and I just love him. I'm so happy I found him. I can't wait to use him on other books, so I'm very happy I started this. I so far am interested, but I know the story already because I have watched the movie. I have watched some of the TV series, but I have never gone back and finished it, which I need to do because I did really enjoy it. And so far in the book, I'm okay, just because I do know what happens in this book, so it's not that exciting for me. I want to finish it and probably read at least book 2 and then decide if I want to continue on with this world. I did really love the movie. I loved what I watched of the show, but there's a whole lot of books in this series / world. The next one that I want to read tonight is To Catch a Killer by Cheryl Scarborough. I started this one in the last weekend reading vlog, and unfortunately I have not had time to finish it this week, so I am still on page 211. I have a very small amount of this one to read as well, and for this I am still using the bookmark that I got from the Bookish box for February, which is Pisces. I just love these bookmarks. I can't wait to get this next box. It has shipped, and I'm just waiting to get it so I can finally unbox it. So far, I am still really loving this book. I cannot wait to pick it up. So tonight's plan is to at least get half of what's left read, if not the entire thing. And I think it's totally doable. If I don't finish it tonight, it is definitely getting finished tomorrow. And now my plans for the rest of the weekend. So first up, I would like to start The Jewel, which is this month's book club pick for the book club that I run. So I'm thinking of breaking this up into chunks for every day. It needs to get read by not this coming up Monday, but the Monday after. So I would like to break it up so that I have a little bit to read every day this next week. So I'm only going to be starting it this weekend, but if I really love it, then I will finish it. But I would like to stretch it out. So that is what I will be picking up first tomorrow once I finish both of those. And then the last book that I'm hoping to start and finish this weekend, which is where my goals take a stretch, is First and Then by Emma Mills. This was on my TBR this month, and I'm pretty excited to start it. The only thing that kind of makes me a little leery is I have seen a couple booktubers that I'm subscribed to pick up, not this one, but a different Emma Mills book this last month or so, and they have not enjoyed them. So I'm a little nervous. This one I believe I got in an uppercase box, and it's been sitting on my shelf, so I need to give it its fair shot or get rid of it. And I have heard that this book is good, but I'm gonna find out. So this is where my goal kind of stretches, where I would like to start and finish this book this weekend. It could happen. I don't know how likely it is, but it could happen. So for these two, I have not fully committed to a bookmark yet for either of them since I haven't started them. So when I start them and pick out my bookmarks, I will show you what I pick for these. So now let's go ahead and start this Friday reading palooza. I am first going to be finishing up City of Bones, and then I will be grabbing To Catch a Killer. So I'll be checking in with you guys when I finish this one and when I finish this one. First, I need to eat some dinner. I also have some plans to play some video games tonight. I'm hoping to play Spyro on my Xbox One, and I started it the other night and I played till 5 o'clock in the morning. And I loved it. I cannot wait to play more tonight. So I have put myself on a ban since I played till 5 o'clock in the morning the other day because I didn't want to do that again. And it was a work night. So tonight is finally my first night off. So I will be playing some of that tonight. And to go with my dinner and video games, I do have a nice glass of Moscato that I'm very, very excited to drink because it's been a pretty stressful week. So on to the reading. Hey guys, so I'm in bed now. And I have finished City of Bones, and I think I'm probably going to give it maybe 4 out of 5 stars. The only thing, and please spoil it for me, I'm not digging this incestuous relationship. So please tell me in the comments that it turns out that they are not brother and sister, or they end up giving up this romance, because I'm not into reading that. And I've heard other people comment about it and have been told, just keep reading, you'll figure it out. But no, I'm not going to keep reading unless you tell me. So let me know. So now that I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and pick up To Catch a Killer. And it's already pretty late now, so I won't be updating you again until tomorrow. So I will let you know what I read of that in the morning. Hey guys, it is now Saturday afternoon, the 16th of March, and last night I did a lot of reading. So I did go on and update you last night and tell you that I did finish City of Bones, which I'm giving 4 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it. I considered giving it less than 4 stars, but I think that's because I already know the story. This wasn't a shock to me. I knew what was going to happen. I watched the movie, so it wasn't as like, oh my god. I am pretty happy though that I did watch the movie first, because when I watched the movie, I was shocked to find out that Jace is her brother. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we like him. That's so gross. So I'm glad that I didn't read the book, because their romance is, I feel, more genuine and more intense in the book than it is the movie. And I'm just happy I didn't find out through the book, because that would have been a lot more heartbreaking, I think. I am really, really hoping that they are not really brother and sister. I don't think they are. I think there's some kind of twist, hopefully. So everyone just keeps saying, just keep reading, but I'll read book 2, but I don't want to keep going if they're gonna have a romantic relationship even though they are brother and sister. So please just spoil it for me and tell me that they're not, or tell me that they are. Just tell me. So I am giving it 4 out of 5 stars just because I know if I would have read this first, I still would have enjoyed it, but that ending would have been a much bigger shock. And I do enjoy the world. I loved the movie. So I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 stars. Book 2 is the real test to see if I'm going to keep going with the series or not. So then I picked up To Catch a Killer. My original intention was to read about 50 pages. I had about 100 pages left, and I was very, very tired by the time I picked this up. I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning when I finally picked this up because I was playing Spyro all night. I was very tired, but I wanted to get some of this done. So I said, okay, let's try to get 50 pages. But then that seemed kind of daunting, so I said, let's do 25 pages. So I like to put my bookmark where I would like to stop. So I put it at 25 pages, which luckily the last 100 pages of this book, it works out really well. Like, if you're only going to do 25 or 50 pages, like, that is the start of a new chapter. So it worked out really well because I don't like stopping in the middle of chapters. I put my bookmark for 25 pages, and that's when it started to get like really intense. So I'm like, all right, let me just read one more chapter so that we can find out this piece of information, and then I can finish the book tomorrow. It kept just like dragging it out. So I was like, okay, another chapter. And then we finally find out who it is. I couldn't stop. I had to finish the entire book. So I stayed up till like 6 o'clock in the morning to finish it. It was so good, you guys. This is definitely a 5-star book. I absolutely loved it. My husband's gonna be so happy that he picked a 5-star book. It was just so good. I enjoyed the ride of this book so very much. I honestly am not sure how I feel about the ending. I don't think I guessed it. I think I got too caught up in what our main character was thinking was the bad guy, because at one point I did suspect that person, but then nothing ever came of it. Like, it was never brought up again. And so I was like, okay, it can't be them. I just ignored it, and then it happened, and I'm like, oh my god, it really was them. And it's just so crazy. And I thought this was a standalone, but there is a book 2, because the way it ends, I'm like, it can't really end like that. There has to be a book 2. Like, it could have ended with this one. It would have been fine. But there is, like, one more question that we're left wondering about. It could have just ended like that. But there is a book 2. I'm so very excited because this is going to follow the murder mystery of somebody else. So I'm very interested to see how that is going to play out. And I can't wait to find out the answer to the question that is at the end of this book. And I think I know who it is. The book hints at it too. I really hope that's who it is, because I'll be so happy. Like, it'll just like make my world. I honestly cannot get over how good this book was. It was like, I was so excited for this, and I was expecting it to be a 5-star. I wanted it to be a 5-star. I don't think I expected to love it as much as I did. Like, this is a more than 5-star book. I loved this. It was so very good. And I've already talked about how the author does this amazing thing where she balances the light and dark in our main character's life, and it's just so well done, and I just couldn't get enough of it. I love this book. This was so freaking good. I definitely think this is going to end up on one of my favorite books of the year list at the end of the year. You have to pick this up. It was just, oh, it was so good. I am honestly thinking, even though I do love this cover, I really enjoy it. I usually don't like people on the cover, but if they're not showing their face, I'm okay with it. So I'm enjoying this cover. I think it's really pretty. I like how it's modern. I do like it. But the spine is not that appealing on my shelf. So I kind of do want to just take off the cover and use it like this. So I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments what you guys think I should do. Should I leave it naked on my shelf? Should I keep the cover on? You tell me. So that is everything that I read last night, and I'm so happy about it because it means that my goals for this weekend might not be that crazy. They probably still are, but we'll see. So today's plans are to start the Jewel. I did calculate it, and if I read just a little bit every day until book club, it's about 3 to 4 chapters a day. So I'm going to go ahead and tonight start this. I'm hoping that I can stick to my schedule, but I have a feeling that I'm just going to end up flying through this because it seems like everyone else in book club has flown through it once they start it, and I'm really excited. So today the plan is to just read 4 chapters of this book and stop, and then read 4 chapters tomorrow. So we will see about that. And then once I get done with the chapters for this, I would like to start first and then, but it all kind of depends on if I can stop at 4 chapters. So if I have the need to go on, then I'm just going to keep going with this one. So I will update you when it comes to that. And I did pick out my bookmark for this book, and it's one that I haven't ever used before. So I just felt like it fit the theme of this book. And it is this beautiful bookmark that has been personalized that I got from my grand little in my sorority as, I believe, I think a Christmas, maybe it was a birthday gift. I think it was a birthday gift. I've always loved it. It is like pretty heavy. Like this is like metal. Like look at how thick that star is. Like this is heavy metal, heavy duty bookmark. And I've never used it before. I'm not really sure why, but I thought of it when looking at the Jules cover. I just feel like pretty stars fit and kind of go with the theme of this book, even though it's a pretty dark book from what I hear. So we're gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of fairy godmother magic into this and see how it goes. Now today I am babysitting my little cousin and I can't wait, so I'm not sure how much reading is actually going to get done today. I know for sure I should be able to get at least my 4 chapters of the Jewel done, if anything, when she's asleep tonight. But yeah, I did want to mention that because I might not be able to come on and update you guys later or get any reading done. So tomorrow is like the day for reading after I take her home, but I've missed her and I wanted to watch her and hang out with her. So I am going to go and pick her up right now and we're gonna have a super fun time. So I will either see you guys later today or tomorrow. Hey guys, it is now Sunday. Happy St. Patrick's Day, as today is March 17th. And yes, I am in the same shirt that I was yesterday because I didn't go anywhere yesterday or do anything and I didn't feel like thinking about my outfit today. So we're just gonna wear it again. Plus I love it. I mean, come on. So I have taken my little cousin home. I am so tired, you guys. She slept, but not that much. And she woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning. And I went to bed at like 5 o'clock this morning. So I got like 10 minutes of sleep and then maybe a couple hours after she woke up while she watched some movies. So I'm super tired. Hopefully my bags aren't too bad, but I'm really dragging today, guys. However, like I said, I did stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning, and that was because I was reading, and I got a lot of reading done. This has been such a productive weekend. I hope that I can get some more reading done today. I'm real proud of myself. So first up, I did start The Jewel last night, and as I kind of predicted, I did read more than I was supposed to. So like I said, I should be reading about 4 chapters every day to get through this by book club and to slowly get through it. But this was super duper interesting. I am loving the world. This is a dystopian where girls are sold to those who are royal and those who are rich in order to be surrogates and continue the line of royalty. So our main character is a surrogate and I needed to get through to the point of after she is sold, so I kept reading. So I read the chapters I was supposed to read yesterday and all the chapters I was supposed to read today, so I am one day ahead of the game. But this was so interesting and I did have to like physically stop myself from reading more, but I think I am still gonna pick this up again today if I don't sleep for the rest of the day, because it was just so very good and I needed to at least get to the point where she's been sold, because I needed to know more about this world and I just am really enjoying this. I also just love how great this bookmark looks with it. It was a great pick. So yes, I am loving this. I can't wait to read more. I definitely see myself flying through this pretty soon and not dragging it out throughout the week. We will see, but really good, like crazy good. And then since I was still awake enough to read some more and I had to force myself to stop reading that one, I did go ahead and pick up First and Then by Emma Mills. And I'm currently on page 78 on chapter 10. So I did read a whole lot of this one as well. Oh, I did forget to say for The Jewel, I'm on chapter 9 and that is page 97. So almost 100 pages of this I read. And then for First and Then, I read till chapter 10, which is page 78. So overall, between the two books, I did read about 170 pages, which is crazy good. I usually only read about 50 to 100 pages, but both of these books are great picks. This one is so interesting so far, and I think what I'm liking even more about it, like I would have liked this regardless, but because I did get it from Uppercase, they do have all these little sticky notes in it telling you to go to their site and enter this code for some bonus content while you read it. So I think I have 3 more to get to. And the very first one is a video from the author Emma Mills, and she has 5 facts of the behind the scenes kind of about this book. So one of those facts is that she really loves Jane Austen. Our main character also loves Jane Austen, and so she said that this was heavily inspired by Pride and Prejudice, which I haven't read the classic, but it is my all-time favorite retelling, is a Pride and Prejudice retelling. So once I heard that, which that's the bonus content before you even start the book. So once I heard that, I was super excited to start this. And I can just tell this is going to be like such a slow burning romance. We are already 80 pages in, and there hasn't even been like a trace of romance between the 2 people that the romance is going to be about. We do have a secondary romance, so our main character does have a crush on her best friend, and from what I'm gathering, she's eventually going to have a crush on this other boy as well. Well, I think it's going to be like Pride and Prejudice, where it's like a love-hate relationship that turns into love. So I'm very excited. The pretend romance, because it is just a friendship with her best friend, but he's very flirty, that one I'm loving so much. So I can't wait for like the actual romance to finally happen, because it's going to be great. I can already predict it. I love every Pride and Prejudice retelling, so I just cannot wait. So I couldn't stop reading this. It was so very good, and I definitely cannot wait to read more of this. It is under 300 pages, so I know I'm going to just fly through this, and so far I'm just loving it, which I was a little worried about because a couple people that I follow have read different Emma Mills books and they weren't that big of fans of it. So I don't know if maybe I do just have different tastes with them when it comes to romance or contemporaries in general. I don't know, because they weren't reading First and Then. So I don't know if her other books I'm going to enjoy until I try them. But so far I am loving this book and I cannot wait to read more of it. I did go ahead and pick out the bookmark for this one. So I did decide, even though it doesn't really go with the theme of this book, I picked out the monster for it because I just love him and I'm so happy that I found him. So I decided to go with him. But one thing I cannot wait to show you guys. So last night when I got in bed, I only had The Jewel because that was the one that I was going to start reading. So I had this and I knew that I was going to have to force myself to stop reading. And I felt like I was in a pretty big reading mood. I wasn't tired yet, so I knew I was going to want to read more than just my 4 chapters for this. So I told him to go and get my copy of First and Then so I could start it after I finished with what I was going to read of The Jewel. And I told him to take off the dust jacket and just bring me the book, because with hardcovers I don't read them with the dust jackets on. And I have never taken off this dust jacket. I usually wait to take them off until I start reading them. And you guys, this is gorgeous underneath. So let's take this off because holy cow. So here we go. Oh my god. You guys, look at how amazing this book is. It is this beautiful silver embossing on all sides. I absolutely love that it matches the cover. I personally love that it doesn't have the title on the front of it, that it just has this beautiful illustration. It is gorgeous. Like, I love this so much more than the dust jacket. So this is officially going naked on my bookshelf. The very first one to officially do it. I am just living for this. I just told you guys when I took the dust jacket off of To Catch a Killer that people need to recognize what is under the dust jacket and put some illustrations on here. And oh my god, I'm so in love. This is so beautiful. So this is going in the trash. To solidify it, I'm going to do something that I have never done. And I'm going to give you a trigger warning in case it upsets you, but I'm going to rip this dust jacket, which I've never done in my entire life. I feel like I'm gonna be liberated. So here we go, guys. Are you ready? Oh, I'm like, my heart is beating so fast. I have never done this. Okay. Oh my god. So it is official. This cannot go back on the book. It's done. I honestly didn't even really like the cover. It's okay, but it's pretty boring. Like, that's kind of boring. It tells you absolutely nothing about the story, but this is just gorgeous. That is amazing. Oh my god. Plans for today. I am definitely going to be continuing on with this for sure. I would like to read a pretty good chunk of it, if not the whole thing. I would love to read the whole thing today, so we'll see how that goes. But then I also would like to read some more of the Jewel. At the same time, I am caught up to where I'm supposed to be by the end of today, so I don't need to read more, but I want to. At the same time, though, I would prefer to read first and then, so I may not pick this up until tomorrow. So this beautiful thing is definitely my priority today. I also need to update my reading planner. I realized today that I have not been updating it on what I've been reading. So let me show you what it looks like. Every month there is a monthly TBR, and I always fill it out. And what I end up doing is I add dotted lines over here so that way I can write, you know, DNF or check it off as I read it. And I have not done it at all with all the other ones. So I need to catch this up. And then on the next page are where you can write your ratings. So I also need to do that. And that is the plan for today. I was supposed to record some videos for this week, but I am so tired. Just in this video, I'm getting so tongue-tied because of how tired I am. And I know that I have some pretty good bags going, so I don't really want to record. And after looking what needs to get recorded today, which is just 2 videos, which both of them are like laid back videos, I think I'm just going to go ahead and record them during the week instead of today. And my other plan was to do some Bookstagram photos. I do have an Instagram. I don't want to call it a Bookstagram because it's not really what it is. Technically, a Bookstagram is when you are like highlighting books and taking like beautiful professional photography like photos, which I haven't been doing that. I've been taking more casual photos and posting up the thumbnails that I use for my videos when I have a new video up. But I would like to kind of change that and make it a little bit more of a professional Bookstagram. So I'm going to keep posting my personal photos every now and then because it is kind of rare when I actually do that. Definitely still posting my thumbnails, but on the days that I don't post thumbnails, I'm going to do more creative, artsy type of bookish photos, hopefully. So the plan was to take some today, to take like 2 weeks worth, because I'm only going to be posting those 2 times a week since I usually have video photos to post 3 times a week. But I think I want to get a couple of props in order to make the photos more appealing to the eye. So I need to go and buy those things. So maybe tomorrow, maybe today, I don't know. So now I'm going to go downstairs. My plan, my initial plan is to go ahead and pick this up and read some more first and then, but I may pass out. So we'll see what happens. I will try to keep you guys updated today. That's all I got. So wish me luck today. Hopefully I don't crash. I'm glad that I do have a loose enough schedule where I can decide not to take Bookstagram photos or decide not to film my videos. That's good. But yeah, so I will check in with you guys later. Hey guys, it is now Monday. I have been terrible updating you guys during this weekend. It's just been pretty busy, pretty stressful. I apologize. Hopefully the next one will be better. But let's go ahead and wrap this up and talk about what I read this weekend. So the very first book that I finished this weekend was the last couple pages of City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I ended up giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. Nobody has told me yet, I've asked a bunch of people, nobody's told me yet if this relationship is going to keep going. I hope not. But I'm going to read at least book 2 to decide whether or not I like the series itself in order to keep going. So we will see. But please just go ahead and spoil me and tell me whether or not they are related. Just do it. The next book that I finished was To Catch a Killer by Cheryl Scarborough, and this one I ended up giving 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. I'm so happy I read it, and I cannot wait to get my hands on book 2. I still have yet to decide whether I want to keep it on my shelf without the dust jacket. So let me know below if you think it's pretty enough. And then I started The Jewel by Amy Ewing. I am currently on page 97, which is the beginning of chapter 9. And I am currently really loving this book. I cannot wait to read more. I'm going to read some more of this tonight. So far I'm really enjoying it. It is very interesting, and I can't wait to see just how dark this book is going to go. I think that there's a bunch of secrets and things behind this glamorous lifestyle that we are going to learn about when it comes to the Jewel City. So I'm pretty excited. It's very good so far, and I cannot wait to read more. And then lastly, this is what I read last night. So of The Jewel, I was supposed to read a little bit more of it. I did not, and that is because I went ahead and devoted my time to finishing First and Then by Emma Mills. And you guys, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It was fantastic. This is the kind of romance and the kind of book that I have just been craving for. It was amazing, and I loved it, and I had so many feels, you guys. I was crying, I was in love, I was laughing. It's just, this book was so very good. I'm so happy that I went ahead and picked it up, even though I had a couple reservations towards it, but I'm glad that I went ahead and picked this up because I do not regret it at all. This was amazing. It's just exactly what I wanted. I loved all of the Pride and Prejudice feels, as well as all the different just Jane Austen in general feels. This was so very good, and I'm so happy I picked it up. I am What the heck, Pep? I am definitely going to be checking out some of her other books to see if those are just as good as well. But I just love this, and I'm not sure if this has quenched my thirst for romance. I feel a little bit like I have been appeased, but at the same time, I just want more. Like, this just made me realize how much I have been missing contemporary romance, because it has been quite a while since I've read a contemporary romance. I've been wanting to read. It doesn't have to technically be a contemporary, but I wanted something that focused on the romance. And with something like this, where that's the whole point of the book, it's much easier to have that romance, whereas in fantasy or paranormal or other genres, it's kind of the secondary plot point. So I just haven't felt fulfilled in the romance department, and this did it. But I think it has just created a monster, and I want more. And now I need to reevaluate what I have on next month's TBR in order to suffice that, because I don't think I have any romances again. So I'm gonna have to re-look at that and see, because oh man, oh man, oh man. Alright, so that is everything that I read this weekend. I feel so accomplished, you guys. I set my goal as to finish City of Bones, finish To Catch a Killer, start and finish First and Then, and to begin The Jewel, and I did it all. I am so happy. I'm in such a good spot for my TBR. I just have 2 books left. I need to finish The Jewel, and then I need to read Harry Potter. So I am just so very, very happy. I know this is going to be the month where I finish my TBR. It's my birthday month, and I'm so happy, I'm so excited, and I cannot wait. Yes. Alright guys, that is everything that I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this weekend reading vlog. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you loved it, hit the subscription button. And if you want to be notified as soon as my videos go live on YouTube, go ahead and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!